07 Commanders. Wyl Fearion here, leader of the Vortex Squadron, back at you with some more galactic vibes. What's going on in the Milky Way this week, October 24th, 3311. First things first, Commanders, we're going to talk about the current community goal. Now, this started about a week ago. It's going to go on until about Monday-ish. Yeah, I think so. Monday, Tuesday, somewhere in there. And then it'll be all done. So if you want to check it out, this is where we're at. If you haven't done this yet, you might want to get in on this because there's some good prizes here. There's at least one good prize, and that would be the Class 5 cargo rack that you can get for getting into the top 75% of this community goal. All you have to do is either haul Bromolite or Cobalt to Trailblazer Dream and sell it to the commodity market in HIP 90578. Make sure you sign up for the community goal first, Commanders, or it will be a bad day. So there it is right now. We're going to probably hit tier 4, possibly, but in any event, even if we don't, we're still going to be able to get into that top 75% and get that cargo rack. There's some other things that also come with it. There's a purple metallic brewer decal and the credits, depending on the success you've achieved and your contribution level, all that kind of thing, right? So those you can get with just turning in one commodity of either of those commodities I mentioned before, and then you can just have you a decal and some cash and just be running around doing whatever you got to do. This, like I said, will end probably on Tuesday of next week, which will be the 28th-ish, and then that'll be it for that. Another thing we've got going on is we have the message we got from the Galactic Galnet News, it's just the Galnet News, and we've got megaship movements, and they're sparking speculation in HIP 87621. All right, so there we go. We got movement, Commanders. Independent observers have reported unusual activity in the system surrounding HIP 87621, intensifying rumors of covert operations. There's some shenanigans going on there, Commanders. We don't know what it is yet, but we'll try and figure it out. Multiple reports indicate that megaships have been spotted operating near the permit-locked system over the past week. Though no power has formally acknowledged involvement, analysts believe early mobilization suggests a push for influence around HIP 87621. It's an interesting consideration. It makes me wonder if they are trying to get us to fight over something. There's been speculation that this could be an exobiology thing, where we're getting a new, maybe several or new types of life that we can scan on planets. They just, increased the range of how far you can scan on the exobiology, and possibly it has something to do with that. And if they are going to fight, what does that mean for, the new stuff that's coming out, hopefully by the end of the year, that haven't been announced yet? I know in my circle, we would love to have a large warship that will replace the Anaconda, the Corvette, and the Imperial cutter. But we haven't heard any news about that yet. But that's kind of where we're like, hey, man, So we don't know. And is this new thing that comes out going to also offer us a way to have a new some sort of gameplay? These are all questions that need answers, Commanders, but we don't have them yet. We're working on it. Apparently, the access to the system itself remains under permit lock. All independent colonization requests for the surrounding area continue to be denied with no reason cited. Conrad Sterling, a political correspondent for Vox Galactica, noted that typically when you see megaships mobilizing on this scale, it usually precedes territorial stakes being claimed. None of the powers have formally announced such plans, but pilots continue to report receiving private messages from their pledged power representatives indicating each have a vested interest in whatever HIP 87621 is hiding. So that's the thing, commanders. Are we going to get a new kind of fight? Are we going to get an arena? What are we getting? We don't know. You let me know in the comments below, because I'm confused. I don't even know. And I don't really do exobiology, so I'm not too interested in that. But if it comes with a new shiny new warship, I'm going to be happy. So in any event, that's what's going on there, commanders. Since Halloween's next Friday, it's very possible that they will have some sort of event. And this could just be an event, or it could be an event with an announcement, or just an event, whatever it is. But since Halloween's on Friday, it's very possible that they will release whatever they're going to release by next Thursday. And then we will be able to, get involved and see what's going on. And maybe we can get into some shenanigans, get into some fighting with other powers, or with a new species, a new alien, a new antagonist for the galaxy. We don't know. We haven't seen one of those in a while. So we would love to have one. Just saying. So in other news, I've got just a couple things on my plate this week that I've been thinking about. And I'm just curious, why we can't buy, ship kits, and I mean, you know what I'm saying, the ship vehicle extras and pre-built ships. Those are the words I was looking for. You can't do that from any fleet carrier, really. You can only do it from, like, usually the large stations have them. Some of the small stations don't. But I was curious why we don't have those on the fleet carrier, and the squadron fleet carrier, because it's a missed opportunity. A lot of times, we hear about things in the store. There's a lot of stuff in the store right now, by the way, guys, especially Halloween paint jobs that glow in the dark. They're really cool. And, but you have to go to a station. And if you're on a carrier, you're like, at least I am. I'm like, I don't really feel like flying a station somewhere. A lot of times, especially back in the Thargoid War days, I was never near a station because they were all, taken over by Thargoids, and they didn't really feel like, selling us anything. So we were kind of stuck. We had to fly all the way back, into the middle of the bubble to get some, stuff. But now we should be able to get that just about anywhere. I think it's just a missed opportunity for the FDev marketing team there, that they should be able to sell, stuff everywhere, wherever you're at. You should just be able to just buy stuff for no reason. Just be like, I just want to buy stuff, and then let them go buy stuff. I mean, most of the systems are already there. How they make it work, or how they got to implement it, could be a thing. I don't know. You guys let me know if that sounds crazy, or if you like that idea too. Also another, just a minor thing, I think that, now that we're kind of spoiled with all this money and things, and they give us all these credits for these events, and, the Thargoid War paid a ludicrous amount of money. It just seems like when you go back to, if you want to do the smaller things, the event, or the quests and whatnot, the missions they call them, in the in game, it feels like you just don't make any money doing that. I think newer people that come in now, I don't think they should be starved really hard for cash. I think you should help them out a little bit, get them going, because the learning curve is still a learning cliff. Even with all the new stuff they put in, it's still really hard. So I don't think, getting a little bit of raise. I think the galaxy needs a raise. If you think the same way, let me know in the comments below. If you don't think the same way, okay, you can still let me in the comments, but I'm just going to go, whatever. I'm just teasing, commanders. In any event, that's pretty much what I have going on this week. There won't be a live stream. We're still working 2 jobs for a little bit. So once we get that situation under control, I'll try to get back to doing some live streams at some point. For right now, we've got the galactic vibes, and that's what we're getting. Commanders, if you need anything, you want to join us, join the Vortex Squadron, whatever, there are links below in the description of this video. You're more than welcome to come and join us and talk to us anytime, and just check it out. That's all I got for this time, Commanders. We'll talk to you next time.